Hey everybody, just wanted to give you an update on my progress and just where I'm at. So some of the things that are really helpful in this journey of detoxification, and I'm just gonna kind of list them in a random order. The first thing is when I wake up, I do a coconut oil mouth cleanse, which is called oil pulling. Sometimes I add baking soda to it. Sometimes I just do straight coconut oil. Sometimes I add other herbs into it. But the bottom line is that I put the coconut oil, which once you put it into your mouth, it like gets to body temperature, and like, you know, if it's solid, then it'll get to a liquid format, and you just, you know, swish it around in your mouth. And you do that for as long as you can. You might start out with 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you know, do it while you're in the shower. Like, let's say you take a 20-minute shower, you know, so you're gauging yourself up. You just do a little bit of time until you get the hang of it. And then when you're done swishing it around, what it's doing is it's cleansing your gums, it's cleansing your teeth, it's taking out toxins that were accumulated from the night before, and then you spit it out. So oil pulling is one thing that I do to start my day. The other thing that I do is, in terms of my teeth and my oral care, is obviously I brush my teeth. I definitely use a soft toothbrush. I don't use a hard toothbrush, a soft toothbrush. And I use salt toothpaste. That's what I like for me. There are many different options, but I do not do fluoride or chemicals. I do things that are as natural as possible. So I like the brands like Wadelia or Tom's of Maine. You know, some of those are, or Dr. Bronner's. Those are 3 of the ones that I use. I also use a charcoal toothpaste. I don't do that every day, but maybe once a week, to help, you know, again, detoxify and brighten up my teeth. And let's see what else. I do a tongue scraper, which is like a metal thing, and you just kind of scrape your tongue. That helps, again, as you're detoxifying, to get out what's on your tongue. And when you look at your tongue, it's also indicating what's going on inside your body. And so sometimes you're going to see, you know, like a film or more mucus on your tongue, or maybe you'll see like some bumps on your tongue. All of these are indications that you're going through detox in your body. The other thing that I do is an eye wash. And so I use this like cayenne pepper solution, and I put it in like this little eye cup. It's like a glass, and then I like put it on my eye like that, and then hold it on for a few seconds. Does it burn? Yes. Do I make strange sounds? Yes. And it's over. Like, it's just, it burns for a second and then it's over. And then I repeat the process on the other eye. And it does take some time, you know, over a period of time to see results, but definitely my vision is getting clearer, and it is helping my eyes to heal. At the moment, I have glasses that help me for seeing small print and type, like on the iPhone. But outside of that, I mean, I don't really need glasses, but being that you're driving, you're looking at directions and all that, like, that's really what I'm using my glasses for, to see the small print. So, you know, the eye wash with cayenne pepper. The other thing I do is I use a dry brush, and I do that before I get in the shower. So I like do upward motions towards the heart. So up my arms and then like across my chest like this towards the heart, the stomach up, you know, so all the energy is going upward. And then from my ankles, like up my leg, you know, so the motion is pulling up. And that's with a dry brush. And I do that before I get into the shower. When I'm in the shower, I am mostly using products that do not have like extra chemicals or like sodium lauryl sulfate, which is in so many products. And again, I'm doing this in a stepping stone type of a way. but I really prefer like Dr. Bronner products or like more natural products to, you know, for body wash, for shampoo and conditioner and all that. Sometimes I find though that certain products are on back order, or they may be a little more difficult until you get them. So I still have like some of the other products that I use in the meantime until I get those products. So, you know, it's a balance. I'm trying to get to the place of being off of all of those chemicals entirely, but I'm not 100% there yet. And then in terms of like what I am seeing with detox, and this is just a note for ladies who get your toenails painted or your fingernails painted. What I have noticed is that, you know, normally my toenails are painted. And I think that every woman is like, we want to feel pretty and dainty, and the world has taught us that when we get a manicure or a pedicure that, you know, we're more put together. And, you know, I agree. I think it does look better. I think that, you know, my feet, when they're painted, they look more cute and pretty. I do agree with that. However, being that I'm in a detox mode right now, I removed all of the nail polish that was on my hands and on my feet. And what's interesting is as I'm detoxing, I'm watching the color of my nails change, and I'm seeing toxins literally move out through the nail bed. And, you know, like it's more of like a white color that's like moving out, that was like, you know, further down, you know, and then it moves out to the tip. I'm also noticing that my fingernails are getting way stronger as I'm detoxing. I'm also noticing that, you know, I mean, I've been a dancer, so my feet have been in point shoes for years. I've put them through a lot of trauma with all the types of dance shoes that I've worn over the years for, you know, character and salsa dancing and high heels and all that. So my poor feet are still recovering from all of that damage from years and years of, you know, scrunching my feet. You know how we do when we put on heels and it like does this. And I really have a wide foot, so it's like I really was like scrunching my feet in shoes. So what I'm realizing is, again, through this detox process, that I'm noticing that my feet are healing. Like, you know, it's like they're finally like relaxing. And again, I feel like the structure of my foot, I feel like it's being healed. The other thing that I'm doing that is definitely assisting in this process of detoxification is, it's an old remedy. My dad told me about it years ago, and it is using what they call a castor oil pack. Today there are many more advanced ways of doing this, of taking the old school idea and making it more practical. So I've purchased all of these different, they're like kind of like a band that goes around your waist, and then it like buttons together. And I do that and have the castor oil that I put on the bandage part, and it soaks into my skin. I add some heat when I'm, you know, going to bed or resting, and it pulls the toxins out of my body, and it's literally tightening up my skin. And my skin is looking more youthful as a result. I've also put castor oil on a different shape, you know, like so that it fits around my thigh, and I have like a knot, like kind of, it feels like a cyst or a knot in my thigh, and I've been putting the castor oil around that, and I'm noticing that the cyst is getting smaller, and it's like getting broken up and disintegrating. And it was like this huge knot, and it is like almost non-existent from me doing the castor oil remedy treatment. And then the other thing is, I have put the castor oil around my ankles. Again, as a dancer, I have many injuries from my car accident. I have many injuries around my ankle and my leg. And again, having that castor oil soak, it has helped tremendously with removing inflammation, of soothing, you know, just the injuries that were in my body that are just finally just whatever, you know, emotions and, hurt. It's finally like just passing through. And those are, I'm going to say, the main kind of detoxing things, and I'll repeat them again. So like the oral care is one, the hair care is another, using products that have as minimal chemicals as possible. The castor oil packs that you can put on any body part or any injury or any pain or any, inflammation. And taking off the nail polish so that your nails can actually heal and grow out the bad portions and let the toxins grow out as your nails grow. My eyes with the cayenne pepper solution to clear out my eyes, and the oil pulling, which is swishing in your mouth with the coconut oil. And then in terms of oils and body lotions and those types of things, I think that, again, as women, we have been programmed by our nose, and we really want to smell good. We want people to think that we're pretty or sexy or beautiful. And so I think a lot of times we do things from a sensory nose olfactory kind of sensation, and